Hey everybody, it's Lynn. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the book to movie adaptation of Paper Towns by John Green. So if you didn't know, a couple weeks ago, well in mid-July, Paper Towns came out and I didn't see it. I was going to see it opening night, but I wanted to see with my friend and she was in Portugal, so I didn't go see it. I waited for her, so I saw it just a couple days ago. I decided to make a video about it. Now, if you didn't know, I'm pretty sure I explained this in another video, that I didn't really like the book Paper Towns. I liked it until the end, because it was like this whole thing, it was building up to this big reveal, and then, just like, oh, nothing, it wasn't climactic. There was nothing big at the end to sustain the whole climactic experience that we're getting. It's like, oh, something's gonna happen, it's nothing big happened. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm not the only one who felt like this, but then I also know there are people who absolutely loved the book and thought the book couldn't end better and stuff like that. So there are different reasons why people love the book. I personally like the book more than the movie. Movie more than the book, sorry. I like the movie more than the book, just because I felt like it put, it was better coming to life in my opinion, and I would rate it, like, grade-wise, probably a B+, just because I don't like the storyline that much, and of course you can't change the ending, right? The ending was where I had my problem, but it actually was pretty, based off the book well. They didn't make much changes. They took a lot of stuff from the book and, put it as it is in the movie. They didn't change it. It was only the end they kind of changed a bit, but it wasn't the same ending as the book. It was, but they added it more, so it would be kind of more like an ending you wanted it to be, except not really. It's so hard to explain, because this is like a non-spoilery section. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say, because if you've read the book, you basically know what's going to happen, but personally, I feel like if you didn't like the book, you'd probably like the movie more, just because of the way they implemented everything, in my opinion. So yeah, if you have not read Paper Towns, you can leave. Watched Paper Towns, you can leave now. Bye. Okay, so the ending, I liked the way they ended it, actually. Obviously, I don't like the way everything ended, how, we know the whole thing where they just find Margot. Well, he finds Margot, right? But then he goes back to prom, which I really like. That's more of a book ending you'd want, kind of. It's more of a conclusion. It's not like if that happened in the book, I'd change my opinion and I'd really like it. No, the book would still have the same effect on me if it had the movie ending in the book. Does that make sense? It's not much of a difference, but it makes it more of a conclusion, the end, instead of just a cut-off ending, I believe. I feel like. So, I really like that, how he went to prom with his friends. Yeah. Now let's talk about the actors and actresses. I think they picked a good cast. I really liked everyone in the cast. The only problem with Ben, I felt like he looked a bit too young for the role. I don't know, Hugh, he looked good, right? He looked perfect for the role, in my opinion, right? And he had the perfect attitude for the role. I really liked him as Q. And I liked Margot. Well, you don't really get to see much of Margot, so you can't really say much about Margot, right? The whole book's about Margot, but you don't really see much of Margot in the book or film. So you can't really judge Kara on being Margot, but I think she was good as Margot. I think that was good. She did good, and I didn't know she was she had an English accent until I watched an interview. I thought she just had an American accent. I didn't know she had an English accent, so that was good. But back to Ben, I think Ben looked a bit too young. In my opinion, when I first saw him in the trailer, my first reaction was, whoa, he looks like he's 14. That's what I personally think. Radar, he looked fine to me. It was just Ben. I felt like he looked a bit too young, but all that aside, he was pretty good. I like how they still included the honey bunny thing. Like they didn't like make a big deal out of it like how they did in the book, but at least they included it in those two, in that one scene in the beginning of the movie, and how he's talking to Radar and he's like, they're playing video games and Radar's like, don't call Angela a honey bunny. I like how they included that. They included little things from the book that if you didn't read the book you wouldn't know that it's from the book, like the honey bunny thing. But yeah, they also included the Black Santa thing, which I like too. They included that. Obviously, they didn't go really deep into it because it's a movie, and you don't want to make the movie like 5 hours long if you go really deep into the, what's it called, the details of the Black Santa. So you don't want to make the movie 5 hours long, right? So yeah, but I like how they included that. I think that was a nice detail. They included a lot of details from the book, which I like. I haven't read The Fault in Our Stars. Oh my god, I keep confusing read and watch. I have read The Fault in Our Stars, but I have not watched it. So I cannot compare this Paper Towns to The Fault in Our Stars movie-wise. I can't compare them. I've seen clips of The Fault in Our Stars from the movie. I've only seen clips. I have not seen the actual film. So I cannot compare it, but apparently that's based, like, it was good, it was good, that they took a lot of scenes from the movie and made it, adapted it to a perfect way that it was good standards for the book. So I think that they did a pretty good job adapting the book to the movie, because the thing was, I was worried that they were going to change a lot of stuff. You see, I'm like this person who, when a movie comes out based off a book, I criticize every single thing that they did not get right. And I felt like I didn't have to do that for this movie, because they basically got almost everything right. The one thing I can think of right now is, also, I was going to mention this, she said she has 9 things, Margot said she had 9 things to do tonight when she went to Q's window at the beginning of the movie. So she said she had 9 things to do, but she had 11 things to do in the book. So obviously if we did 11, that may have taken more time in the movie, and then we get less time with the rest of the movie. That's probably why they did that, but I knew they took out SeaWorld from like the whole I have 11 things to do tonight, or the 9 things to do tonight. I know they took out SeaWorld. So yeah, so they obviously, because it's a movie, they have to take out certain things, right? Because you don't want to make the movie, as I said, 5 hours long. But overall, I really did think they did a good job taking the book and turning it into a movie, and being good with not changing a lot of the details. I like it when movie producers, directors do that. I felt like I didn't really have to criticize this book a lot because of that, and I mean the movie a lot because of that, and I really like that. I like how I didn't have to criticize it. So as I said, I'd probably rate it give it a B+, just because the ending just stops it from giving me an A. Just because I can't stand the ending of this book. It's just, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's just the ending of the movie made it better than the ending of the book, just because of the way they concluded it, and it was kind of more of a happy ending. But I don't know. It's just the ending just stops everything for me. Like, stops, me from giving it an A. Okay? It stops from me giving it an A, and that's just how it is. Because, yeah. Also, another thing I want to mention before I leave is I love the soundtrack to this film. It was amazing. I don't know if it's just me, but the soundtrack, like, songs during the whole film were so upbeat. It was amazing. Some of them were kind of upbeat when it shouldn't be upbeat. Like, they put upbeat music where upbeat music shouldn't be. Like, that scene wasn't the scene for upbeat music. But overall, I really did like all the upbeat music, and I'm gonna get the soundtrack. That soundtrack was amazing. Okay, I love that soundtrack. So that's just me. Did you guys like the soundtrack? I love the soundtrack. It was so good. I like the music in the movie. So good. So I want to hear your thoughts on what you thought of Paper Towns the movie, what you thought about everything really. You can comment down below what you thought, and we'll talk about it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!